In hockey, the athletes are subject to approximately 45 seconds of high intensity where they are stopping, starting, shooting, or passing. During a skater's stride, the power comes from the contraction of the quadriceps and hamstrings in addition to the hip flexors and glutes. The stride starts with the hips and knees in flexion and progressively move towards full extension. Cardiovascular responses include increased blood flow to the working muscles along with increased cardiac output, that is, increased heart rate and stroke volume. A player at most times should be moving the entire shift. Because of the short time frame of shifts, the body uses the anaerobic glycolytic system for energy where glucose is broken down without oxygen. Lactic acid is a byproduct and causes fatigue in the muscles. Other systems are used, such as the ATP phosphocreatine system when taking a shot or making a pass, or if shifts are extended they become more aerobic. However, the primary energy system is anaerobic glycolysis. To improve performance, interval training on and off the ice could be a way to prolong fatigue, such as alternating 20 seconds of hard and 20 seconds of easy running or skating. This will make the lactic threshold occur later in performance. Distance runners are subject for less intense yet difficult and extensive bouts of activity. Running form is important and is really based on the force created by all the muscles in the legs, hip, and core. The quadriceps, hamstrings, hip flexors, and glutes provide most of the power, while the muscle compartments in the tibial, fibular region also assist through moving the feet. The arms are also helpful in driving the body forward. Distance runners use type 1 muscle fibers. These are slow twitch. Whether the race is a mile, 5K, 10K, or a marathon, the sport is oxygen intensive. The body uses aerobic glycolysis, which produces pyruvate from the breakdown of glucose with the use of oxygen. The energy for distance running is produced in the mitochondria of the cells and allows for a steady supply of ATP for a long duration. Blood flow is also increased to allow oxygen to move to the working muscles. Cardiac output increases to allow the body to run for an entire race. Distance runners should train by running distances longer than their race. Some interval training is also helpful as long as it isn't sprinting and lasts for at least 2 minutes. This clip shows the first 10 steps of starting a race. The first 20 meters do not last long, approximately 2 or 3 seconds depending on reaction time. These steps are explosive and lead to the runner to accelerate. Type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers contract strongly and quickly. The same muscles are used here as in the distance running. Arm movements including shoulder, biceps, and tricep flexions and extensions are exaggerated to allow for a drive phase. The abdominal muscles are flexed more to keep the upper body and head down so that the weight is in front of the runner. This activity is very quick, but the cardiac output and blood flow still increase slightly. If it were a longer race, cardiac output would increase more. In these few seconds, the body gets energy from the ATP phosphocreatine system, which lasts for activity lasting less than 15 seconds. Training to improve the start of a race would include repeating starts at different lengths along with strength training at the lower body.